So we're going to do decimal multiplication. Let's see what 1.8 times 10 gives us. 1.8 times 10 is repeated addition. We're going to add 1.8 to itself 10 times. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 10 times is 80. So I write 0, I carry the 8, and I make sure to align the decimal point, so I put a decimal point next to the 0. And now I'm going to add 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 10 times. 1 plus 1, 1 10 times is 10, plus the 8 that I had to carry, 1, so 10 and 8 is 18. So let's write that down. If I do 1.8 times 10, I get 18.0. Notice the decimal points. All they did was move over 1. We could have simply moved the decimal point over to the right by 1. Every time we multiply by 10, the decimal moves to the right once. So 123.478 times 10, notice the decimal point is going to move over to the right once. That gives me 1234.78. The decimal point moved over to the right once. Since division is the inverse, the opposite, of multiplication, the inverse, or opposite, would happen if we divided by 10. 241.52 divided by 10, the decimal point would move over once to the left. That gives 24.152. The decimal point moved over to the left once. Since 100 is 10 times 10, the decimal would move twice. Once for every time we multiply by 10. So 412.445 times 100, notice the decimal point moves to the right twice, and that gives us 41244.5. Dividing by 100 would make the point move to the left twice. Since dividing is the opposite of multiplication, instead of going to the right, it would go to the left.